It is time for a quick Tips Tuesday episode of the Your Empty Nest Coach podcast. I am your host, Coach Christine, and this is episode number 63 of my podcast. If this is your first time listening, I invite you to check out my Friday episodes as well, where I provide bite-sized coaching assistance to guide you along your empty nest transition years. It is an amazing time of our lives, but it is easy to forget that through the bumps in the road in our journey. My hope is that you discover how amazing you are and find the excitement in your years ahead. A reminder that all of the Quick Tips team members and their contact information may be found on my website, youremptynestcoach.com. Look for the Quick Tips team button on the home page. Say that 5 times fast. Quick Tips team button. And if you have a quick tip to share with listeners of this podcast, I would love to share it with them. See this episode's show notes for a link to record your audio submission for this podcast. Happy recording, friend. Wait, Christine, where are the show notes? Well, that might help you to know, huh? You'll find these in the description of this episode. On Apple Podcasts, click Details. On Spotify, click See More. On Overcast, press the I for Information button. Get the idea? Or, of course, visit my website for full show notes with links to everything we discuss in this episode and a full episode transcript. Those reside at youremptynestcoach.com/P for podcast and 63 for this number's episode. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks. Thank you. It's time to thank our sponsor. This Quick Tips episode is sponsored by my community, the Green Popsicle Sticks. Ready to find the GPS of your life? Then sign up for my Thursday Thoughts About email, where you will gain immediate access to the GPS Life Principles document and will receive a link to join our community. And it's all free. See the link in this episode's show notes or head to my website, youremptynestcoach.com, and click the Thursday Thoughts About button to get started. See you there. In this episode, this is the first time you'll be hearing from the wonderful Rachel Lancaster. She's a passionate ray of sunshine always.
Hello, Rachel Lancaster here, midlife mentor from magnificentmidlife.com. I'd like you to remember today that you're never too old and it's never too late. Only you can stop you being and doing what you want in your life.
Thanks, Rachel. If you are a regular listener of my podcast, you've already been introduced to the following 4 ladies, so I'm going to let them do their magic without interruption. If you'd like to be formally introduced to them, be sure to check out our earlier Quick Tips episodes.
Hi, this is Jen, your wardrobe/closet coach, with 3 tips for the day. Number 1 is a trash bag. Yes, I said it, a trash bag. Keep a trash bag in your closet. Anytime something doesn't fit, you don't like how it fits, or it's just old, put it in the trash bag. If you don't get it out for a few months, then it needs to go to Goodwill or a consignment shop. Number 2 is wrinkle spray. I really do not enjoy ironing, so Downy wrinkle spray has been my savior. If you have another wrinkle spray, please use it. Spray, 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 shake, shake, shake. No more ironing. It is a godsend. And number 3 is shapewear. I really have enjoyed and liked Jockey brand shapewear. You can order it on Amazon. You can also go to Marshall's and TJ Maxx and get shapewear. Just the tank type of shapewear, the sleeveless tank. It goes down over your stomach. It goes down over your hips. It smooths everything out and can be worn under anything. It doesn't clinch or cinch. Nothing like the corset from many, many years ago. But it smooths everything out. It is a definite go-to. So let me repeat again. A trash bag for those things you don't wear. Shapewear to keep everything smooth and defined. And the third, but not the least, is the wrinkle spray. It will be your go-to and your savior. That's all I have for today.
Hi, I'm Deirdre from Declutter by Deirdre, a senior move management company and your host of the Magnificent Aging podcast. My tip for this month is please ensure your personal paperwork is in order and accessible. Wills, durable power of attorney, healthcare directives, trust agreements, designation of healthcare surrogates, etc. Discuss this with your family so that all family members are clear on your choices. Providing them with this gift of clarity will preserve a lot of relationships after you've passed. Please do not wait to create these very important documents. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you.
Joe Davies' humor is next.
I have written in the past on my feed about the stance position you have to adopt in a public toilet when sitting is not an option. Having just come back from a week skiing in France, I feel like I've been in that position for 7 days and I'm not sure my thighs will ever recover. Skiing itself involves various versions of the stance, thighs burning the whole way down the slope. You are also in the stance waiting for the chairlift to take out your knees in some martial arts type move and dump you unceremoniously on your bottom in the chair. The agony of the long button lift, legs screaming the whole way up. The restaurant toilets, always down several flights of stairs and often with no seat at all. Again, the stance. In my 20s with thighs of steel, I used to prepare for skiing by sitting on an imaginary chair. Now with thighs of jelly, I should probably go back to that practice. Thinking of that reminded me of the saying that if you are sober enough to remember a glass of water before bed, you aren't drunk enough to need it. If my thighs are so weak they need strengthening, they definitely aren't strong enough for the imaginary chair exercise. Hopefully, like childbirth, I will have forgotten the hideous thigh burn by next year.
Hi, this is Katie Oliveira, your student's college success strategist, and today's quick tip is to resist the urge to do it for them. As parents, our job on the most primitive level is to keep our little ones safe and secure, so our genes will pass on to the next generation. We love our kids so much that we can't even stand it, and we carry that love with us for life, even when they are a foot taller than us. That's why when your young adult runs into adversity, you have to use every fiber of your being to stop yourself from jumping in and doing the work of fixing it for them. When you jump in and do it for them, you rob them of the chance to learn and grow. Most of us learn by doing. We make progress by doing. We gain clarity by doing. If you're the one doing the doing, your young adult child will feel incapable and dependent on you. As your child begins to shift from wily teenager to uncertain young adult, they need to know that they are capable of adulting. And the best way to know that is by practicing adulting. I recommend shifting your role from the person who does for your child to the person who supports and holds space for your adult. Become an advisor, a coach, a consultant, rather than a personal assistant.
And from me today, I'd like to share a tip with you that has helped me when I wonder if I unplugged my curling iron or turned the light off in a room. I don't know about you, but the older I get, the more this has become an issue for me. Sure, go ahead and diagnose me. That's fine. But in all seriousness, I found that it's usually one particular thing for me. So I started taking a photo of the item put away or turned off. What I found is it's just coming down to I'm not present in life when I'm doing these things. They're super automatic, and it's easy for me to be managing a few other thought deliveries that have nothing to do with the physical thing I'm actually doing in that moment. So by stopping and consciously taking a photo of that pesky thing I typically forget about in 10 minutes, I force myself to be present enough to notice it. I haven't yet had to go back and look at the photo because just the act of taking the photo is enough for me to remember, yes, I did unplug the flat iron and I stored it safely. Give it a try and let me know if it's helpful. I am thrilled you listened today. If you enjoyed this episode and want the next Quick Tips episode to make its way to you in your favorite app, take a moment to subscribe to this podcast right now. It's free. My next episode is titled Becoming the CEO of Your Life, Part 1 of 5. Curious? I hope so. If you're subscribed to my podcast, you'll find it in your feed on Friday by 6 a.m. I invite you to take a listen. Thanks. Thank you. A huge shout out to my GPS execs, the executive producers of my podcast. Visit my website or see my show notes for a link to learn how you may become a GPS exec, where you will gain bonus access to me and more. If you aren't driving and are able to do a screenshot of this episode and share it on social media to help others to find it, that would be super helpful to me and the team. Tag me at Empty Nest Coach so that I may thank you. Or if you can think of one other person who would enjoy this podcast, please, please, please don't keep it a secret. Oh, and of course, remember, you are amazing. A reminder that all of the quick... Wait, Christine, where are the show notes? It's easy for me to begin... Yes, these are actual bloopers. I like to keep it real.